Okay, YouTuber, they're gonna vent this time. Okay, so I just finished doing some shopping, so I got something to vent on. Okay, now if the mask aren't working, why does Civic 19 keep spreading? You know what though? What happened is a huge spike of the coronavirus. Okay, so what's going on? They said wear a mask, practice social distancing, that we will reduce the spread. Okay. Okay, now they're gonna close restaurants, close the national forest, close the campgrounds. Okay, my friend of mine, I went to high school with, they just told me on Facebook that Paris Lake is closed to the public. Okay, you know what though? Now I'm going to talk about closing of the national forest and county and state campgrounds. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, there's outside and the camping spaces is sparse, okay, and people are hiking and is like I say, like most of them hiking around a few people, okay. You know what though, and also too that they're closing the restaurants, okay. They're not even allowed to have outside dining. No, they really get to me because the restaurant owners spend thousands of dollars to upgrade to outside dining. Then what happened? The government closed down completely, so they go right back to takeouts. Okay, I'm gonna tell you my opinion is people are not gonna stand in the long lines, waiting for food. Okay, like they want to sit down to have their food as soon as possible. Okay, that's not the way to do things. At the same time, you got a bunch of hypocrites, politicians. Will have their private parties in their own restaurants that charge hundreds of dollars a plate. Okay, you know what happened to like Governor Newsom, for example. I think him and his friends were partying at some restaurant called a laundromat or wherever that is. Okay, so they got caught. Then what happens? Some of those people end up getting Civic 19. Okay, Nancy Pelosi, that's another one. She walked into a hair salon or a beauty salon, that is, without a mask. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna tell you what the root cause of the spike is: the riot and protesting and other social gatherings. Okay, that is root cause. I don't want to hear about the protesters wearing a mask. Listen up. My doctor told me, even with the mask on, practice social distancing, keep away from crowds. Okay, let me tell you, got some people got brainwashed of thinking that the mask will protect them all the time, and to make you know what though. That will make them real careless, start taking part in protesting. I'm gonna tell you something so disturbing. Like when they had that Black Lives Matter protest in San Diego on University Avenue, I saw on social media like a bunch of thousands of people bunched together, marching. Also the riots, a bunch of people, some of them without masks, like they're looting railroad cars, all bunched together. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, protesters are starting to marry out like y'all. Like I say. They're dragging people out of the car, beating them up, and looting tractor trailers and all that. They all bunched up, okay? The mask, I'm gonna tell you, there's a bunch of hogwash, okay? And I'm gonna tell you, and they said there's no evidence about riots and protesting caused riots. I'm gonna tell you what though, because they're on the other side of the spectrum, political spectrum. That's why they're not gonna touch that. I'm gonna tell you, it's called common sense, okay? That's the root cause of it right there. So I may have some haters and trolls and what's the others otherwise? You know what? So what? Okay, but I'm gonna tell you what right now, that closing down restaurants, closing down campgrounds, and others, say it'll start spreading. You know what? It's not gonna stop. Okay, what's next? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna backtrack again. After they close the restaurants to inside and outside dining, and close the campgrounds in national forests, and the Civic 19 continues to spread. So what's next then, right? Tell me what's next. Okay? The blame has to stop, okay? I'm gonna tell you what though. The truth is, you cannot control people. People will do whatever they want, okay? Not unless our country will turn into a Soviet Union that they will control people in movement. Okay, it's like, for example, I was in history class and I'm gonna tell you how to talk about communism. How my history teacher yeah, he's a World War II vet, member of the Flying Tigers, okay? He was talking about communism. He was saying is that, that if you want to go somewhere, you had to go to the person who charged the block, tell you exactly where you're going, okay, and report back on the street, okay? That's what I heard about that. And also too, see, you had to have permission to go somewhere in the Soviet Union. You don't want to go shopping, you got to report to the block captain or a man in charge the street. I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna happen right there. That when the coronavirus couldn't spread, then we had to have permission to go shopping, do our laundry. Okay? You know what? Our lives are not gonna be normal because of this, okay? The coronavirus, okay, I'm gonna tell you, no one more dangerous than the virus itself is unemployment and poverty. Now how we're gonna pay their rent? They're gonna be homeless, they're gonna have no more medical care, and guess what? They'll get sick from something else, being out in the cold. Let me tell you what though, poverty is more damaging than pathogens and plastic polluting our waters, okay? What's going to happen next? You're going to produce shanty towns, okay? Where all the homeless people will gather, come in the river, and they will be washing and drinking and pooping in the water, like on riverbeds, okay? They're going to make a mess of things. Okay, YouTubers, let's pray and be safe, all right? Because the government is going to take away our freedom. Have a nice day.